up, everyone? HTG Brian here. We're back with Chapter 9, bringing home the bacon for Lego City Undercover. This is going to be the story version, so our collectibles are going to be quite slim, but we are going to pick up a trophy achievement, and we're also going to unlock a new disguise, the Farmer Disguise, which actually gives us the glide ability. So let's go ahead and jump right into a cutscene and see what's in store for us in bringing home the bacon. Wink, wink. Quick reminder too, we did save and quit after Chapter 8, which when we reloaded, it did spawn us back here at the police station. So you may be in a different spot if you didn't save and quit, but, oh, shh, here comes the call.
McCain, because of your blundering around in Chan's salvage yard, he's disappeared, which is gonna make it somewhat tricky to arrest him.
But I had to rescue—
I don't wanna hear it! I'm transferring you to Sheriff Huckleberry's department in the forest until we've cleared up this mess.
Does he need our help with solving a case?
Ha! Doubtful. His district has the lowest amount of crime in all of Lego City, which is why I want you there, so you can't cause trouble.
What about the Fury investigation?
I've put my most highly decorated officer on the case, my protege. I like to think of him as the son I never had and who looks nothing like me. If anyone can get results, it's him.
All right. Now, as we do a quick power break here and try to figure out where our green ghost stud trail is trying to lead us, we are actually headed off into the woods. That's right, we are being shunned to the distant lands of Nowhereville. And as a result, well, I don't blame them. We've kind of been causing some turmoil here and there. Although we're trying to do the greater good or things for the greater good, it's not always working out in our favor. And like you heard the guy, we actually chased the main villain we're after right now, Chan, off into hiding. So until we can kind of disappear for a while and let him feel comfortable and come back, well, we don't have a whole lot to do. So we are tasked with going off into the forest. So, hey, you can become a patron by heading over to patreon.com/HappyThumbsGaming. If you're unaware of what that is, it's basically a way for you to support us, the creators, firsthand. It also gives you a first line communications with us, and also gives you secret behind the scenes updates. And eventually we're gonna figure out this whole contest thing, because there are some rules that state we cannot have a contest directly related to Patreon, but we're still trying to figure out the loophole on that so we can offer some bonus prizes for the Patreon subscribers, as well as not getting in trouble whilst doing it. So all right, we are getting fairly close to our point of destination. Watch this little rigmarole here. I get stuck on the side, and then I do a little jump in, and I flip it around, and then, oh, I get stuck again. And I get stuck again. All right, third time's the charm. I finally get out of there, and we are off and rolling, and I almost get stuck again, but we're actually getting pretty close to old Sheriff, what is it, Mayberry? I don't know what his name is, but anyhow, there's our golden police crest. Let's go ahead and roll right on through it and check it out. There's going to be a cutscene of some sort, I would guess.
Chase! Hey!
Hi, Frank. What did you do to get sent out here, then?
Are you sure you're a qualified plumber, honey?
Of course!
Honey!
Nothing?
That's right, Deputy. I got you cornered.
Huckleberry's in
It's
trouble.
just you and me.
Frank,
Because I
I'll
sent
take
your
the
boss on
front.
a wild
You
goose
go around
chase.
the side.
After Wild Goose. Say. Oh. Prayers?
Oh, sorry.
Hey there, Chase. We're just finishing rehearsing our play.
Okay.
You gotta do something to fill your days around here. Nothing exciting ever happens.
The front door was locked?
Calm down, Derek. Don't worry, you two. Your chief warned me you were coming, and I've drawn up a work roster. Frank, you'll be in charge of making sure we do not run out of coffee.
You can trust me, Sheriff Huckleberry.
And Chase.
I broke the coffee machine.
Derek! Language! Both of you be rounding up Farmer Hayes' escaped pigs. His farm's to the south of here. I'd go myself, but it's curtains up tonight, and I still don't know all my lines.
We're on it.
Come on, Chase. Let's go see the nanimals.
It's not a petting zoo, Frank. Right. The sooner we find those animals, the sooner I can get back to finding Rex.
Hey, look! Horses! Do we get to use them?
I guess. Can you ride a horse?
It depends. Are these ones stick shift or automatic?
Maybe you should just walk.
See you later!
Malfunction. God, what is with Frank Honey? Like, how many times did he get dropped on his head as a mini minifig? That's right. That's the little version of the minifig. Anyhow, we are off and running. Now, we have to head off to the old Stud Ghost Trail here, which leads us down to the base part of the farm, where we're actually going to look for some piggies. And yes, I did talk over Frankie here, and it's probably a good thing, as he does not have a whole lot of awesomeness to offer. Well, unless we're making fun of him, and then he's got lots to offer us. But anyhow, speaking of things that has lots to offer, what about Derek the squirrel? Have any of you ever seen a squirrel get so angry that it toots? That was a little bit suspect there, and I kind of saw it coming when he steamed up and got all red like that. You could tell he was just grunting to the maximum amount, but unfortunately he squeaked out a little. But hey, we are right now currently almost to our next destination here, and we're going to get some more instructions, so shh.
Hello there, sir.
Oh, at last! You have to find my pigs.
And this is why I became a policeman.
They're mountain pigs. Incredibly rare. I'm going out of my mind with worry.
Going?
Have no fear. This is Chase McCain. If anyone's qualified to find your pigs, it's him.
Thank you, honey. Well, they shouldn't be too hard to find. It's not like they can fly.
Oh, well, they're mountain pigs. They could be anywhere!
Ah! I better stay here. In case they come back.
Fine. I should be looking for Rex Fury.
You'll need to look like a farmer, or they'll run off. I got some spare overalls and a hat you can borrow.
Great. Thanks.
I used to wear them to muck out the pigs.
Oh.
Then, I locked them in a cupboard because they stinked up so bad. And, well, buried the key in a field for safety.
Right.
And now they're haunted.
You can use my old tractor to plow up the key if you like. Might need a spot of repairing, though.
All right, as we go ahead and hop off our valiant steed here, we're going to go ahead and rebuild this blue tractor to its full state. But, oh no, we need some oil for it first. So, you know how it goes. We got to go round and find the oil can, man. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and follow the old footsteps of the farmer here. We're going to have to switch back to our police disguise in order to pull out our handy blacklight tracker here. And once we get our tracking on, we actually follow it all the way up and around into the back side of the barn here, or I guess the side of the barn. I guess it could be the backside, depending on what side you're looking at. And look at that, in this little secret compartment here, we dig up an oil can. That's right, I don't know if it's Henry or not, but it might be. But we're going to take it back over to the tractor and drop it like it's hot right into that little hole of awesomeness that, well, I guess, I don't know, we just walk up and press the button. There's really no other things to go here. And hey, real quick, let's give a shout out to Warner Brothers. Yeah, they actually took care of us and hooked us up with this copy of Lego City Undercover, and it's our duty to make sure that you know that. So, my disclosure has been disclosed, and we are off and running now. We've got this tractor, which, listen, it's kind of a funny angle that you have to make in order to make the turn there, but basically it's wide angles. And I apologize for getting stuck, and look at all these guys diving, looking for cover here, but just kind of make a wide turn, and hopefully that'll help you get into the big field here. Now, luckily for us, there are only 4 objects we need to plow over, 4 little sections of corn. And man, I gotta admit, this section of the level was pretty corny. I mean, first of all, that was a terrible pun, but let's be honest, like, who hides a key in the middle of a field? Like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So anyhow, as I was talking over Ellie coming through on our little video phone there, she's actually letting us know that we can use our sound scanner to help find these piggy wiggies. So we're gonna go ahead and take this key back, which is gonna open up the door to the warehouse, and inside the warehouse we're gonna find our farmer costume. So we are one step closer to finding these pigs, but first we have to get our glide on in order to make that happen. So we can't glide without our piggy, or I guess it's the farmer costume, and it's actually a chicken that helps us glide. So we'll go ahead and put in the key and spin to win, and opens the door. Look at that. Inside on the far left side we can see that there is a disguise. I don't know what we're really calling those, but hey, we opened it up and look at that. Chase McCain Farmer. That's right. Old McCain had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. All right, so check this out. One of the new features we have, we also get the glide ability, which we'll get to in just a second, but we also can walk up to these potted plants and spout some water onto them. I'm not exactly sure where the water comes from or where we're storing that watering can, man, but we'll go ahead and approach it and watch this. When I walk up, let me jump for joy in my overalls. Look at that. He pulls out this can. Again, I'm not quite sure where he's storing that, but that's not good. It's on the backside. That could mean bad things there. All right, we're going to go ahead and climb up the newly found shrubbery on the wall there, which gives us access to this little shimmy point on the side of the barn. So we're going to go ahead and shimmy all the way down. Why no shimmy, Jimmy? Well, haha. All right, we're actually going to have to use the old double jump over here to get up on top of this other shimmy spot. And we're actually going to get all the way to the far side of the barn. And look at that, we've got a rope we can climb. So we're going to go ahead and scale it. It's kind of a funny angle to get onto, but luckily for me, I attached it on my first try. Now, this is where it gets a little bit, new and improved. We're actually going to go ahead and approach this chicken icon on the ground and press the icon indicator, which happened to be circle for us. Might be B for you, depending on which console you're using. But we're going to go ahead and jump off by pressing the X or A button and then holding that to glide with our chicken flapping away. So pretty cool. That's right. So circle or B to go ahead and activate the rings. Those rings, when flown through, actually give you the big boost. Now, I probably could have made it to the rooftop there, but I opted to drop down as I did see a red, well, I don't know what we're calling these either. Is it a barrel, a bin? Is it a pot? I guess it's a red pot. So we'll go ahead and fill up the red pot with water. And look at that, we got the sunflower. Wow, that is quite the sunflower, and a little unproportioned too. It's got two flowers at the top. That's kind of weird. All right, we've got another one of these glowing green spots, but this one isn't a chicken one. This one actually is one of the sound scans. So switch back over to your police version of Chase McCain, and we're gonna look over to the barn on the distant side, which is actually just kind of to the front right side of us. And look at that, oink oink! We've officially found him out, and now we've got another point of hopses. That's right. We're gonna go ahead and jump down and run across the rooftop to this other peak on the barn. And look at that, we can switch back to our farmer and get our glide on again. Make sure you press the circle button, or B, to go ahead and activate those swikels. And now it's just going to be up to us to fly right on through them. So we've got quite the power. In fact, I actually did an edit right there. You already missed the edit. But yeah, I actually flew over the roof on my first time. So you're going to want to drop down long before you run out of flight power. And once you get on there, go ahead and hop on the old Piggy Wiggy, and look at that. We are off and running. We grabbed a bluesy off the top of that place. That's right, the barn or whatever it was. And we are making our way back to the old green bouncing arrow, which happens to be right kind of where we started, right in between the two barns that we shimmied along. So, all right, one down, two more to go. But this next one is a little bit more difficult, and we're actually going to get a little indication of where to go next. This one, actually no, this one's really easy. It's the third one that's a little bit more difficult. This one just takes us a hot second to get out there and get our sound scan on. And once we get our scan on, and you know, the sound scanner's kind of weird too. When you walk up to it, whichever way your minifig or character is facing, that's the way that your sound scan is going to begin. So you may find yourself being totally backwards or looking at something else when you activate the scan, which may make it a little bit more difficult to actually find the scan point of interest. However, we are going to do our best to go ahead and show you where that is. Hey, look at that. It's a scarecrow, and it's 1 of 3, which indicates to me that that's going to be a free play collectible, and we will certainly come back for that. So we are officially over at our sound scan point. We've changed into the police version of Chase McCain, and I've kind of found that one of the tricks too to finding the real sound point of interest is there's different icons. The ones that you have to actually zoom in on and press and hold a button for, those are likely going to be the ones that you are after. So it's kind of like a little cheat sheet for you. But all right, we've got this sound over across the field here, and well, we see a pig, and he's sleeping right in the middle of all that mud, but he's sleeping. How on earth are we going to wake him up? Now, we could just whistle. We could give him the old slap on the tuchus too, but we're going to do it an original way. We're going to pull out our police scanner and do a little tracking over here and follow the old footsteps up the pathway and around. It's kind of a weird upsy-daisy, roundsy-waisies. And look at that. All of a sudden, we've got this little X marks the spot. We're going to dig it out. And oh, to the yeah, we've got ourselves a wheel. Now, luckily for us, the wheel is indicated on where it goes by this little bouncing green arrow. So slap it on there by pressing the Swiggle button, or B, I guess, if you're playing on the Xbox. And we'll go ahead and spout out the water. Now, it looks like he was kind of a whale for a second there. It looked like he was purging out his back, but it turns out that's not the case. There was some sort of a sprinkler system there, and we gave him a quick little shower, and we're off and running now back to that green bouncing arrow, and we're going to go ahead and stuff him in the old, well, I guess it's the pig stock, the pig, I don't know what we're calling that either. I'm at a loss for what we're calling things today. This is a whole new area. I wasn't expecting to go farming, I got to be honest. But, all right. You'd think being from Staten, Oregon, that I'd actually have a little bit of farmer blood in me, but I did my best to resist all of that info. All right, so this one does require a little bit more effort. As you can see here, we're getting some info telling us that the third pig is likely over at a castle, and we know that because Honey has disappeared, and he thinks he heard some oinks over there. So we're going to follow the green bouncing arrow all the way over there. I'm actually going to hijack a car, I do believe, to get to the castle, as it is a little bit of a jaunt to get over there. But let's see here. Yep, I think I grabbed this monster truck. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Sorry about your blue hair and lack of vehicle now, but we're out of here. And we're following that green ghost stud trail. And, oh no, I should have jumped. And there's no turbo with this. That's one thing, like, I keep forgetting to use the turbo because often the vehicles I choose don't have turbo. So when I finally get one that does, I'm like, oh yeah, it has turbo. And yeah, I fell on my side. And, oh, look at this. I got a convertible now. Kind of reminds me of like a Bronco or something where you can remove the whole back. Or a Scout. We used to have a Scout. Big old orange one. That's right. Anyhow, all right, we're following the trail up here, and we've got this bouncing arrow. We can see the castle all the way at the top of the hill, so it's going to be easy peasy just getting up there. Once we get up there, what do we got? We got, oh, I thought that was bouncing on that blue barrel there. I thought we were going to have to just do some destruction, but nope. We just follow the old stud trail all the way over and across the, I guess that's, I don't know, is that a moat below us that we just crossed over? And look at that. It looks like we might have had a shortcut to get over here, too. There might have been a back door to get where we were to where we are, but we followed the ghost stud trail that took us the long way, it seems. Maybe not. Maybe that's kind of a different route. Who knows? But, all right, we noticed that there was this red pot here, so we switched on over to our farmer costume and pulled out our watering jug. And look at that. We now have some crazy shrubs that we can climb up the side. And we have this pretty sweet little obstacle course that we can get up and over. But, oh, no, I got a little button happy and fell off. So back at it. Here we go. It's pretty quick and easy. This time I'm not going to be so aggressive. You'll see me stop there. Oh, no. Okay, so third time's the charm. All right, maybe this time I won't be so aggressive. All right. So you'll see here I don't hit the button like one. It's kind of weird how it dumps you off onto that little platform there. It makes it like the momentum wants to carry you off. And if you don't immediately stop or jump onto that chain, it drops you off down below. All right, we have officially made it all the way to the top, though, and inside this castle, we see another sleeping piggy. So, ooh, and he looks like he's having sweet, sweet dreams of some yummy yum. So, It's up to us to find his nom-noms, and we'll go ahead and do that by, well, taking a quick peek around the area first. We notice that there is a red pot bouncing with some little seeds over here, so we'll go ahead and tend to those seeds by giving it some water. And look at that, it grows all the way up. Push the little daisies, won't you grow up? And look at that, all the way to the top, we got a little handheld. We can jump up to this shimmy point, and we'll slide all the way over. Oh, look at that, we got some more climbable bricks on the wall there, so be careful and jump right on up. Look at that, I almost jumped right on by him. And all right. Oh, I tried to do the jump to climb, and I was successful. And ooh, what is this? We have ourselves a little chicken spot out here. So we'll go ahead and hit the icon indicated to go ahead and get us our Rings of Fury. And then we're going to jump and press and hold the jump button and just kind of guide our way through all of these rings. And look at that. Oh, chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chirring. That's right, we made it! Oh, I was worried we were going to fall down and have to do that all over again. But look at this, we've got a little watering spot over here. And this kind of seems like it's not a local plant here. It's not necessarily one of the local indigenous plants here, but it is a palm tree that drops a banana. That's right, one of the things that our piggy wanted was a banana, so we're going to go ahead and use that. And luckily for us, there is a teleporter there, so we go ahead and get beamed up by Scotty, and oh no, we have a long drop down. And luckily, there's no fall damage in this game. And sweet dreams, Piggy Wiggy. We got you one of the 2 items that you were sweet dreaming about. So next up, we've got an apple that we need to find, and this one's actually a lot easier and closer. You can see we got a crowbar spot on the right side of this piggy area, and we're gonna go ahead and spam. And hey, if you have not already, we would greatly appreciate it if you'd click that subscribe button. And hey, if you are wanting to be up to date on all of the videos we put out, go ahead and click that notifications bell and choose which notifications preferences you like, so you can make sure that you stay up to date on all the things that are Happy Thumbs Gaming. All right, we have officially used the watering spot, and another tree grew up, giving us an apple tree, which dropped an apple. And look at that, the old waftage of the yummiest has made it over to the pig, and he's awake. And now we're going to go ahead and stuff him. That's right. He was having sweet dreams. Now he just woke up to some nightmares. Are you kidding me? We're going to blast this piggy all the way back to... Oh, no. But all right, go ahead and slap him in there. 3, 2, 1, blast off.
Thank you!
How did you do that?
I fired him out of a cannon.
As if! I'll believe that when I see a pig fly. Wait a minute!
Booyaka show! Not the smartest, Frank is, huh? All right, we got some more free run opened up in this particular area. And hey, that's going to wrap it up for Lego City Undercover Chapter 9, bringing home the bacon. Feel free to follow us on any of our social medias found down below in the video description. And hey, if you have not already, I know I brought it up once, but go ahead and click that subscribe button. As for me, that's going to go ahead and do it. As always, until next time, see ya!